Hi guys, thanks for checking out the video. Put a video up last week, I think it was, looking at different tee heights, and was using the TrackMan, and it kind of showed that yes, the tee height it was affecting my distance, but it was also affecting my dispersion. Had some good comments on that one, and I had 2 or 3 people ask the same question, sort of when you play into the wind, should you tee the ball down? And it's something that I know people do, but it's kind of asking yourself the question, does it help? So let's I've got the ball teed down at the minute, so let me have a little go, and we'll talk about the pros and cons. So I've hit that one okay. I've hit that one okay. Like I said in the last video, when I tee it down, I tend to squeeze it out and go a little to the right. That flight was certainly lower, so that's kind of the premise. If you are teeing it down, we're going to get a lower flight, so in the wind that will work better. The one thing you've really got to be careful of is if you tee it down, you may spin the ball more. If you've got more spin, the wind's actually going to affect that ball more. The other one you've got to try and work out is why is the ball going lower. So I've just hit one here. It was a bit out the toe, and I haven't done too bad, but that's still quite low on the face. I prefer the ball to come out as sort of, so you can see the M in the TaylorMade there. I kind of want it to be coming out sort of that sort of height. So it is a fraction low on the face. The problem when you get it low on the face is, so if I get it to the camera here, the loft is taken from the center. So if you've got it above, you'll actually launch it higher because there is more loft there. And if we go lower, we're going to launch it lower. So by hitting it on the bottom, it's going to give you that low flight that you're looking for. But the only problem with that is when you hit it low, if you think where the center of mass is of this club, as soon as you hit it low, the club will twist around its center of mass. And we get a thing called gear effect. So gear effect puts on spin. If we get it out the top, the club goes backwards, and that actually, so again, it's called gear effect, so think about it as teeth. So when we hit there and pull back, that's going to create this sort of twisting. So although you would never create topspin with the driver, what it does is it reduces the spin. The only problem is when you do it on the bottom, club head goes that way, we end up putting more backspin on it. So although we create what we think is the desired flight, it actually sets out low, but spinning loads. So we get 2 issues. Is A, it doesn't actually travel as far as it looks like it's going to. Plus with the added spin, we're unlikely to get it rolling too much. And that is a huge problem, because the low flight, in theory, should help, because when it hits the fairway, it will run. So although we're kind of giving up our carry distance, we'll gain it along the floor. As soon as you've got loads of spin involved, you may not gain what you think you're gaining. So that's why I'm sometimes a little wary about teeing it down. I used to try and, so when I was playing, I used to try and play one where I tee it down but then try and get quite flat into the club, so almost feel like I was dropping and hitting it more on the level. And again, I feel like I've made a completely different swing then, but I've hit it pretty much out of the same place. So in that instance, I actually like that shot, but the problem is once you start changing things, we might make our dispersion bigger. And especially when there's wind involved, if you start putting strange contacts or strange sort of face locations and face angles, the wind might make that sort of average shot look like a horrendous shot, but it's actually come from you trying to do something clever in order to work with the wind. So I much prefer people to actually stay with the tee height that they use, and maybe try and just make a smoother swing, because that smoother swing will try and reduce the spin, and it should allow you to still hit it out of the place we want it to hit. If we get that right, it will spin less. So although the ball might look like it's travelling a bit higher, it will actually work better for us. So that's the theory. So go on the range, like I said in this last video, go on the range and try these different tee heights, watch what's happening. But if on the low tee height you are getting it going out really low, just try and check whether get a sticker or get some spray, just check where it's coming out the face, because if it's coming quite low, it might not be helping you as much as you think. Hope this video's helped. Get some more comments and questions below. I mean, I'm loving the questions at the minute, really trying to work through them and answer them all. I hope to catch you soon.